In this tutorial, we will learn about the core losses of transformer. There are two types of core losses. First is AD current loss. And second one is hysteresis loss. Okay. Now AD, what is AD current loss? Suppose this is your transformer. This is your transformer core. Right. This is your transformer core. And this is yoke. This is called yoke. And these are called limb. Okay. Let erase these things for the time being. Okay. Now we have windings of transformer. Right. If we apply a voltage, suppose V1 of frequency F, then a current will flow I1, and this current creates flux in the core. So the direction of flux will be this. So how we can calculate how we can determine the direction of flux? By using right hand thumb rule. Suppose this is your direction of current. This is your direction of current. This will be your direction of flux. Right. So direction of current this. So flux will be in this direction. Okay. I have drawn a single flux, but it is not a single flux. There are multiple numbers of flux. Suppose take a cross section of this. So this will be like this, right? So this is a square shape. Okay. Now there are number of flux lines are there. Okay. This is the flux. Okay, this flux creates a circulating current for each lines of force. Okay, for this flux there will be this current. For this flux there will be this current path. For this flux there will be this current path. There are multiple numbers of circulating current flowing for this flux, right? So for this individual AD current, there will be a considerable heat loss due to this current. So this heat loss is called AD current loss, and the current individual current, say suppose I1, I2, I3, I4 are all AD currents, right? Now if you want to deduce the expression of AD current loss, you need to draw a thin plate. Okay, we need to draw a thin plate. Suppose this is a thin plate. Actually this I am not writing that thin, but you can consider this as a thin plate. Okay, now suppose the height of the thin plate is h. and take a okay, now take a closed loop. Suppose this is a closed loop path. Take a closed loop path, and from the center the distance is, say, take x. Now if this is a section, a circular section, we can consider this as dx, right? And the width of this closed path, say, take this is equals to tau, and the length of this thin plate is, say, L, right? Now we know from the EMF equation of transformer, E equals to root over 2 pi f phi n. Phi max for transformer, it is phi max. So it, for AD current loss, there will be EMF generated due to AD current, EAD equals to root over 2 pi f, and f max can be written as phi max equals to B max into area. Now it can be written as B max, okay, B max into area. What will be the area? Area is, see, this is the length of, okay, this is x, okay, this is x, so this will be your 2x, and this is the height h, so area is 2x h, right? And suppose number of turn is 1, so 1. Now AD current, AD power loss, say AD power loss is equals to EAD square divided by resistance for AD path, right? Now we can write EAD like this, root 2 pi f B max, okay, 2 x h, okay, this square, and 4 into 2, 8, this will be 8, right? EAD square divided by RAD path. So what is the formula of resistance? R equals to rho L by A, right? Rho L by A. So the resistivity is rho. What will be the L? L is, see, this is your height, so this height plus this height is equals to 2h, and this is your x, so this total weight will be 2x, so L will be 2x plus 2h, right? this is your length, and this is your length of the AD path. This is your path, and divided by area. Area of the AD path is, this is your length, and this is your sectional area is dx, because the width of the area is dx, and the length is L, so L into dx, right? Now you can see that as it is a thin plate, x is very smaller than h. Hey friends, I am just taking 20 seconds of your valuable time. I hope you have subscribed my channel. If you are not, then please subscribe it, because this contribution from your side will really encourage me to do more videos like this. And if you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button. Thank you. X is very smaller than h, right? So we can neglect this term, x term. This x term we can neglect. So what will be the final equation? Final equation will be 8 pi square f square b max square x square h square divided by, okay, into L into dx divided by rho into 2h. So ultimately we can cancel this one h and 2. We get 4 pi square f square b max square x b max square x square h L dx divided by rho, right? Now this is your PAD, this is your PAD. We can write as DPAD because we are measuring the PAD for this section, small section. Now we have to calculate PAD total, right? So what will be the PAD total? This whole term are constant. 4 pi square f square b max square h L divided by rho, and this x square dx from 0 to x means 0 to this is this will be the half of this width, so tau by 2, right? Now if we calculate this, we will get this term, and this will be x cube, say we can write it as k, x cube divided by 3, and this is from 0 to tau by 2. Okay, now we will get four pi square f square b max square h L by rho 1 by 3 into tau cube by 3, 6, tau cube by 8, yes, 2 to the power 3 means 8. So we can write it like 1 by 6 rho pi square f square b max square into h l tau, and take tau square outside. So what will be h? This is h, this is l, and this is tau. So this will be the volume. So PAD total per unit volume, what will be this? 1 by 6 rho pi square f square b max square tau square. So this is the expression of AD current loss per unit volume, right? This. So from this equation, we found that very important result, PAD is proportional to f square b max square, right? So how to minimize the eddy current loss? From this equation, we cannot reduce the frequency because this depends on the system frequency, but we can reduce the Bmax to by say 1 from if we reduce Bmax, we can limit some part of the eddy current loss. Okay, now tau square is also common. So if we point to if we reduce the width of the thin plate, because means if we use very thin plate, then we can limit the eddy current loss. So tau should be reduced, and the thickness generally 0.25 to 0.5 millimeter. Okay, now and this is inversely proportional to rho. From this we can conclude that if we increase the resistivity of the core material, we can reduce the eddy current loss. Now fourth point is laminated core, because we are using a thin plate like this. This is a thin plate. Now we have to use multiple thin plate, right? Multiple thin plate and join together with some insulation between this, varnish insulation. Okay, by this what we will get? We will get a insulative path between the various plates. For that, if flux is this, we have the eddy current path is I, say I is the eddy current, and if we split the core, then this path, the path of the eddy current will get reduced, right? So we can use a laminated core with varnish insulation. So these are the 4 points to reduce the eddy current loss, and this is the formula of the eddy current loss.